Hey guys, Nate here. This is Fun and Games, a new idea that we've been working on where we get together, play games, and talk about sports in real time. Hope you like it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Good to go. Alright, cool. First thing I need to say is I'm through hating on Drake. Okay? I need to say this publicly. Been hating on Drake for a while on the low and saying some fucked up things about Drake. The dude just makes amazing music. I went back and I finally started listening to a lot of Drake. It's all catchy as fuck.
Oh, super catchy.
So catchy as fuck. And you know what? If I'm a stripper, I got so much confidence after listening to Drake. Like, I'm gonna fucking be alright. Like, I'm gonna be somebody. Like, I mean that.
I can do it.
Drake gave you that motivation to go to work at 4 a.m. and to work it, my dude. Like, alright, okay. All that aside, real talk time. So, let's get into the Lakers versus the Clippers. I will break down the game for you because last time apparently you didn't watch the other game. Did you watch this one?
I did not watch it, but I am much more aware of this game than I was of the game previous.
All right, well, let me just give a quick little synopsis for everybody. So, the Lakers and the Clippers met for the first day of the LeBron James Kawhi Leonard rivalry. Air quotes around rivalry. And one of them showed up, and his name was Kawhi Leonard. And the other, actually, no, that's just it. Kawhi Leonard showed up, and they won, I believe, 112 to 102. To be fair, the game was tied going into the fourth quarter. People talk about the 40 points that the Raptors dropped in the second quarter. I get that. But at the same time, if the Lakers, don't have that fourth quarter, essentially, don't just become complacent, it's a much different game. I don't see it being what a lot of people talk about it. But anyway, we're getting way outside the case. Bryant just listened to Stephen A. Smith talk about how he felt about the game. How do you feel about the game?
I mean,
so,
on
the road, but it does offer
and more specifically, LeBron's performance. You go for like the game or LeBron's.
I think the game is going to be what a lot of this series is going to be. It's going to be back and forth, I think. But I don't know. I'm kind of thinking this in a little bit of a football sense. In that, like, it's the first game of the season. Everybody's just trying to get their feet wet a little bit. You know, LeBron is working with a whole new cast of people, and he's never worked with somebody like Anthony Davis before. So he's trying to just feel himself out, you know. So he's, I don't know. I listen to Stephen A. Smith, I get immediately angry because he's just like, you've covered this game long enough. You know he's just trying to get some chemistry going. That's all it is.
Okay, so what about the criticism, and this is outside of Stephen A. Smith, but how about the criticism that essentially starting in that third quarter period, LeBron basically just kept giving the ball to AD, not really attacking Kawhi, not really being aggressive. From the highlights that you've seen, from what you like, what would you say to that?
I mean, it's a fair criticism. There's no doubt. There's no doubt that LeBron got a little too conservative in the late third going into the fourth. I think he took like a shot in the fourth quarter. But I don't know. I just don't really have much of an issue with it. It's the first game of the season. I understand it's against a big team, the Clippers, but it's still only the first game of the season. I think he's just trying to like figure out how AD handles himself in the fourth quarter, more so than he doesn't want to step on anybody's toes.
What do you think about people saying that this game showed that the Lakers are maybe a player and a half away from being complete?
I think that might be fair.
Like they need that third person. I mean, Kyle Kuzma's coming back, right?
That's what this game showed more than anything. Is they needed Kyle Kuzma. They just needed fresh legs more than anything. Their team is already pretty slim as it is, and then you take away I would say it's pretty much guaranteed that he's the third option, right? Damn you, Bill. Why you gotta do that to me?
puts the move on. Whistle blows.
Don't get me wrong, the Clippers don't have Paul George, but I think it was to everybody's consensus going into the season that the Clippers are one of the deepest teams in basketball.
God, Kawhi!
Just running.
Jesus,
Just running.
so good at basketball. All right. One thing that this game made me think about a lot was Okay, so they pick up DeMarcus Cousins in the offseason, right? Lose him immediately. But I feel like people didn't really understand, like they underhyped the pickup because he was coming off an injury, right? But now this has shown me that if he was healthy right now, right? Or okay, so he's not 100% going into the season, but he's 75%, right?
Yep.
This team is so much better. This like losing DeMarcus Cousins, in my opinion, was such a. Did he just blow up? Was a huge deal, and they don't have an answer for that kind of fourth. So with the Marcus, right? They had no foul.
They had a bench guy.
They had a legitimate. They had a legitimate. Goodness.
Jamming.
What is going on? All right, they had a legitimate third option and a legitimate six man, right? Either way you looked at it, whether for whatever reason Kuzma outplayed him or vice versa.
Yep.
Now you have either or, depending on how you choose to play them, and they're both essentially like not healthy right now. I'm not saying Kuzma's injury is gonna turn into some year-long thing, but at the same time you don't have him. And so I think this team needs to go out and pick up.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff, what they were stoked about
Needs
is
to
that
go
the
out
bench
and
guys
pick up
came in
a
and played well.
solid
So punch
combo
off the
guard
bench,
to
a big
shore
factor
up
in
that
win.
to shore up their rotation. I don't know where they're gonna get it, but I think that's what this team is.
Who can they afford at this point?
I don't even think you need somebody huge like Seth Curry would do it. I'm not sure if Seth Curry's
Seth Curry just signed a deal in Dallas. He was a free agent going into this year. He just signed a deal with Dallas. A lot of people were talking about the Lakers should go for Seth Curry, and then the Kawhi Leonard talk started.
There has to be. Look, Rob Pelinka, it's your job to make this happen. There's a clear deficiency with this team. You guys need a C+ combo guard.
You know who they needed? More so than
D'Lo.
D'Lo.
They
man.
needed D'Lo.
They needed D'Lo.
D'Lo on this squad would have made it. D'Lo on this squad and a healthy Cousins. Not even and a healthy Cousins, but just the cherry on top would have been a healthy Cousins.
100%.
Because you're starting.
I could not agree more. I think D'Lo was so much more like.
Finding spots on the floor where he could absolutely be dominant and control
I think
any kind of offensive possession.
Obviously Kawhi's a better player than D'Lo. So like the premier cream of the crop was Kawhi. It was the biggest risk, and this is the result that you get from a risk like that. You get Jared Dudley. Greening.
Yeah, you do get Jared Dudley.
Jared Dudley as like one of your more like impressive signs of the offseason.
Defensive miscue there. If there's not a body,
Barely just out here exposing everybody.
sitting
Missed
in
that
the
one,
lane,
but
It's just
a defensive mistake.
And it's Beverly missing.
oh,
So
that's
good at
good.
getting to the rim.
That's
Maybe
basketball,
tries to
folks.
get a little bit too cute
Dwight doesn't
with
even
that
have the
one.
right hair. I'm upset.
I saw you lay it straight up and in.
Look,
Yeah,
he's not Marquis.
undersized guys
They,
with
like, recycled
athleticism
this
do
for 2
these
years.
kind of things, playing above the rim.
All right,
Love to see
anyway,
him get it like that.
the Clippers look like the closest. I'm not saying they are a super team, but they look like the closest team to a super team that we have right now. And this is why. You have a team, you have a winning team, a 48-win team, right?
Yep.
And all you do is add, what, 50 points of scoring, another 14 rebounds, and another 14 assists per game for free.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. That's it. You take a playoff team and give them 2 superstars. If the Clippers aren't in the Western Conference Finals, it would be the disappointment of
No
the year
doubt.
for me.
No doubt.
I don't think there's any
They
other
have
implosion.
they have the
that-
loftiest expectations this year, I think. Well, I don't know. The Lakers might have higher expectations just because of the logo, but I think the Clippers. If you know basketball, the Clippers have the highest expectations.
early on.
Oh,
Who's
God.
going to miss first? Every time
Butter!
one team scores, the other team right back at you.
That will count. And so it's the Los Angeles
What is up
Clippers
with Patrick
with their
Beverley in
lead
this game?
standing at
It's
6
amazing.
points here at the end of the
Well,
quarter.
is it that or Quentin Cook is that
That's how I
bad?
felt about Kyle Lowry, though. That's how I feel about Kyle Lowry in this game. It's like Kyle Lowry cannot cut like that in real life. Man would be averaging 30 if he could cut like that. Patrick Beverley just with the Kyle Lowry effect.
Kyle Lowry's so good.
Kyle Lowry's so mediocre.
Yo,
And thanks
put some
again for
respect
tuning in.
on
If
my
you're
man's
just
name.
joining us,
He's
we've
a
played through one quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your
champion.
take on the
Yeah,
Clippers
you know
so
who
far?
else is? Brian Scalabrine.
Yeah,
They
and
were
Brown
intent on
Scalabrine
just
could sauce on
pounding
me
the ball
and you
down low.
any day.
Don't see
So
that.
More
res-
importantly,
All that
you know who
offense
is?
getting down there
Woo!
and doing
Who is-
that much damage
who is that
in the
man
quarter, you gotta
that
respect the game plan.
literally rode LeBron's coattails to like 8 NBA
I
Finals?
mean, James Jones.
James Jones,
The
dude.
reason why LeBron has his rings, he was a major contributor.
Man played 0 minutes.
He was fundamental.
Oh, he got
let's-
blocked.
Oh, come on.
On the wing,
Give
Williams.
me a
He's
break.
covered by Daniel.
That's all part.
And he gets it back.
Gotta make it
Tries
interesting.
again. And it's Williams laying it in. Williams has got his second bucket.
You know what bothers me about this Lakers fiasco that I had to sit through?
especially on the interior.
It was that during the
Deep,
during the game, right?
sinks it. What range from outside?
They
Wow.
okay during the preseason. Let's start there. They played like they had some GD sense. There were cuts. There was ball movement. Like it was a really
It was fun.
It was a very fun team
yeah,
to
it was
watch. And I'm
fun
like,
watching.
how does that not translate? Like, what happened? Why did you stop doing that?
Well, I think that's more a testament to the Clippers. Just the Clippers are going to be the #1 defensive team this year, without the shadow of a doubt. Even without Paul George.
This could be the year.
I agree, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the Clippers, but I'm saying like the Lakers came back. How do you do that? The Lakers came back, right?
Yep.
And tied the game up, and were playing great. And then they stopped in the fourth quarter. They just stopped playing
Bradley dishes to Daniel.
the type of basketball that they stopped playing winning basketball. And my thing is it? Do you think that it's just? Do you think that it's just they're still coming together? They're still undisciplined? Do you think it was a coaching thing? Like, if you're Frank Vogel, right? You know how to coach big men. You should know their highs and their lows. Why are you allowing LeBron James to continue to do these same sets? Why aren't you calling a timeout and trying to get these guys back in it?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying he didn't try, but at the
there's
same
coaching mistakes. There's,
does well, good.
I mean, it's just how it is.
It's
It's game 1 of the regular season. Like, you don't take preseason football seriously. You shouldn't take preseason basketball seriously. And I'm not saying. Oh, wreck that man. Hurt him. Break his leg.
He made sure it wasn't all about him.
You know, you do a lot simpler defensive sets. You do a lot simpler offensive sets. So you just gotta give it time. Really more than anything.
Green, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope.
Well, every night, the competitive killer instinct of LeBron
So
James
there's a
makes
lot of
him
great games
as elite as he's
happening
been. Of
today.
course, a future first ballot Hall of Famer and a lot of gas, it seems, left in the tank for LeBron James.
Man, I'm gonna have to see that list of
Here's
games.
Let me
Bradley.
see that list again. I'll tell
Kawhi
you.
I
Leonard
need it
making
in
his
front of
last
my
shot.
face.
McGee finds James, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul.
All right, first on the list. Let's just pick. Let's just pick winners.
Do a little pick'ems,
Let's
okay?
do a little pick'ems real quick. We'll have some fun with it. Chi-Town.
And
Ooh!
we're now a little over
That's right.
2.5
That's why we got
minutes into the
JaVale,
second
dog.
quarter.
Nice.
Davis.
We got Chi-Town versus
shot.
Charlotte.
That one's good, and the Clipper lead
So we
is
got
cut
what?
to just 7
Levine and
points in the
Markkinen
basket from McGee.
versus Terry Rozier.
Yeah, I'm taking Chicago all day.
Taking Chicago
Didn't
all day.
seem like anybody was really
I'm not fine.
aware
I'll take
there to
Chicago.
go.
It's gonna try to be
collect
like
that
some type
rebound
of way
in
and
the
take Terry.
possession.
I don't believe in scary
Now here's
Terry.
Williams.
I don't
Neither do I.
believe.
He has
Oh!
six.
That's great defense.
Like
by
I
LeBron.
was saying before, he reminds me of Reggie Jackson, somebody who wants that starting role, somebody who
Yeah.
wants to be the man.
And
But
even though he's been
And then he
named
gets
for
it,
a
and it's
few
just
years.
not there.
I hope he proves me wrong. You know,
I
like,
don't. I don't like Scary Terry. I don't like him.
just don't like his face.
I just like they did my man Kyrie so dirty.
They did.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Who did who dirty?
Terry Rozier did my man Kyrie dirty.
Kyrie, I feel like Kyrie has some blame in this situation.
There's no doubt that there's blame to be had in Kyrie's favor.
Games. Kawhi Leonard
But-
absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto.
He's just
to a
saying-
What did he do? Tell me,
Now,
so
for the
for
first
the
time
people who
he's
don't know,
had
what did he do?
Okay, so
to
it's
continue his career
not
somewhere.
a given
He's gonna do
fact,
that back
Okay.
home in
but
Los Angeles
it
for
is
the Clippers.
widely accepted that Scary Terry is the one who went to management about his playing time, like being upset with his playing time, amongst other young players, but he was the most vocal about it, in that he was upset that Kyrie was taking all of the minutes, basically.
Okay.
It's like Kyrie Irving is clearly far and away the best player on that team, so he's going to get all the minutes. It's like,
so you don't say that
I honestly, I felt it coming when they had that miraculous run. The young group of scrappy Bostonians made it to the
Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals, that they were going to be like, we don't need Kyrie. We don't need Gordon. It's like, it just irks me.
To be fair, I don't think they need Gordon. Gordon's not performing at a level where you're like, I need this person.
They don't need Gordon right now. I don't know what's up with him. He's got to. Hopefully, he's like 100% this year.
Was he not 100%
I don't
last
think
year?
so. I don't think he was completely healed.
Let's go.
Damn. That's great defense. That automatic defense that you have no real part of.
Let's go! Let's
They
get back in
tough
this
loss
game,
there.
folks.
You are back in this
A
game.
for effort, just fell a little bit short in that one.
It would have been really nice.
Okay, so
Oh!
sorry,
on the road,
don't
but no
do
team
nothing.
ever
Oh!
Why is Quentin Cook my backup point guard?
putting their heads on.
Oh, actually, you'll love this.
And how's that for
I was
another
listening
killer
to
crossover?
Brian
Thing
Windhorst
of
this
beauty.
morning on, I think, the gym,
Uh-huh.
and he was saying how, you know what the Lakers need right now? They need a Mario Chalmers.
Oh God.
They just need somebody. Oh, let's go. Let's see if we
Yeah,
can
not
run
easy to do there, and that's a guy
can't.
that you
But you
can
know
tell
what we do?
takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Davis, the pass to Cook.
That was good D by 54. Man came in. He tried his best. Tried his best.
What do you think of that? So we were saying before that, I was saying before that they need like that combo guard situation, so someone that can take the pressure off of them, can hit a spot down shot.
I mean, definitely, yeah, but I don't think Mario Chalmers is a combo guard.
I'm not saying he is, but I'm saying that's what was put out there as a guard, the type of guard.
A guard is
The type of
definitely,
guard.
yeah, a guard is definitely needed.
I mean, they have guards, but I'm saying they need someone at another caliber.
They don't have the right one.
It's so hard to stop
Quentin
them
Cook
from getting their
looked
shots
like he was
off.
when he was in Golden State, he was a solid
8 points
backup
for him.
point guard, in my opinion.
He was all right.
In the corner, it's Patterson.
If Ish Smith is the standard to a good backup
Now,
point
here's
guard,
Schmidt.
or even a
Not a
starting
lot of
point guard,
room.
I feel like.
Great D
Quentin
that
Cook.
time from Green.
And that's not trying to throw shade
2 for
on
1
Quentin Cook,
chance
and I know
here.
it clearly
Let's
just
see
sounds
if
like
they
I
use
did.
the
I
clock
wanna make it
to
clear
their
that was
advantage.
not my intent.
To the paint.
Oh, get blocked! Oh, get blocked again!
Green with the block. And he's able to
I feel
get
like
back.
they're giving the
And they get
Clippers.
it back.
They're giving the. Oh.
2 hands, bro, 2 hands!
They get the rebound. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Is
Big first
Iman
substitution here for
Shumpert
the
still in the
Lakers.
league?
Yeah, he is. Okay, so fun fact:
Dudley
Amon
Dudley comes
is
in
on
for Anthony Davis.
the.
Contavious
I feel like
Caldwell
he's on the
Pope
Heat.
is
No, he's on He's on
And
Houston.
Daniels
there it
subbed in
is.
for Green.
Oh, why did you jump that way?
Go post moves, baby. He's on
Howard in the
Houston. He's been on there for
Patterson
like the past 2
defending.
years.
Howard,
maybe 3,
that's good.
Counting this year.
Howard's
Okay,
got it
playing
all
time.
tied
No,
up now
he
for the
is.
Lakers.
He's a rotation player. I wouldn't say
Now
he's,
Leonard.
1 second left.
We'll
call him a combo guard.
Already such
Yeah,
a
but I don't-
complete
maybe
offensive
they
player,
could-
yet every
okay.
year Kawhi
But he's
Leonard
not a
develops his
good-
handle just
I don't think he's a good like
So that'll be it for the first
initiator
half.
of an offense.
Fairly
It's
even
like, almost like
battle
you
underway in
want
this one.
you
Clippers
need
ahead. Up
more
by 2.
point guard
And a chance now to
ability.
send it over to David
with-
Aldridge,
that's
standing
why
by
Steph Curry
courtside.
was so good.
David.
Is there a person who's a
Thank you,
Steph
David,
Curry?
and we'll be right
Steph
back
Curry. Steph
after
Curry
halftime
light?
to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Well, Steph Curry is a Steph Curry light.
The 2K Sports halftime
pretty
show.
good.
It's solid, but you can go lighter than.
I feel like you can. I feel like you could definitely always go lighter.
They were able to stretch out their lead to 8 points on the heels of a few stops and some quality
They could have
offensive
gotten
possession.
Rubio. That would have been nice.
And
They-
that does it for our halftime
They
show.
fell
We
into
now
the
take you
Kawhi
back to
trap
Kevin.
and it's just biting them.
Oh, fell into it hard. Now they're.
And you give, even if they kept Hart, if they kept Hart, I would have been okay with this situation. Because Hart is what you want. He gonna play defense.
Yeah.
He can bring the ball
We've
up,
got
initiate
second
some
action for you,
offense.
and if the next
And he
couple
comes spawn
quarters
down.
are similar to the first, this one
The
could
other
go
thing, let's
down
talk
to
about
the
this.
last
Why did they
possession.
trade for
You look at
Kawhi?
Patrick Beverley.
When I'm
He's
not
been
Kawhi. Why did they
playing really
trade
well.
for
Yeah, and I don't know if
Davis
anybody saw
when
this
everybody
offense
knew he
coming
was
from him,
coming
but
there in free
it's been
agency
key
anyway?
for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure.
Why
coming
did you
into
give
this
up
game, he felt
everything
like he could
for a
dominate
person
in the
who
way he's
publicly
doing so now.
states
Been
that he
phenomenal.
wants to play for your team?
And if you're just joining us,
It's just something I've been saying for a while, and I never got a clear answer on it.
So far.
Let's go.
Beverly and
I
Shannon
think it's
in the backcourt together.
it's
Kawhi
what's
Leonard
long
is out there,
LeBron's
Patrick
longevity
Patterson,
like.
and it's
Oh
Zubac
come
at
on,
center. That's who's out there for the
more
Clippers.
than
And stolen
anything,
by LeBron.
where they're like,
There's the break.
we'd rather have
Gosh, dude.
two good years of
Called in
LeBron
by Zubac.
than
Zubac
with
has
like
gotten
LeBron and
number
AD
5
than
here
potentially
tonight.
one.
And the bright lights of LA, perhaps too much
So,
for some players.
You know,
what,
you
Greg?
pick you bite the bullet
For
and you take
LeBron
them now.
James,
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City
Let's
of
move on to the
Angels
next game.
perfect for
Yeah,
maximizing
right.
All right,
his business
Detroit, Indy.
aspirations.
Yeah, we've played this record
Well,
before
with
as AD
no
is getting on
Blake
the roll
Griffin.
here and
No
carrying
Blakey.
his team on the offensive end.
I don't.
Beverly
Is
finds
Oladipo ready to go? Oh, I thought he was
back to Beverly. Out of
I don't know.
Clippers ball as the Clippers
If
keep
if
possession.
Oladipo's playing, I'm going
Check
Indy.
out the numbers for Beverly. How he did last season. He was around
I'll say the
7
same thing.
points
If
per,
Oladipo's playing, I'm
5
going Indy.
rebounds,
If not, I'm
and
still
4
going Indy
assists.
because I.
And
Yeah,
he's
probably.
done his share of the work for the team.
I don't know. I trust
Definitely
that team more
making
than I
an
trust
impact.
Detroit.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them,
Next is
impressive
Cleveland,
all the
Orlando.
way
You already
around,
know who
and
I'm
he's
going
not letting the team down.
Going
Maurice
with
Harkless is checked in for the Clippers.
what's his name?
And Leonard
Omar.
gets it to go.
Or
Doing a lot of nice work now from
you
the
mean Seti
field.
Osman?
He's
Caspi.
helped get them this lead.
Caspi?
Now he's helped them keep it.
Seti Osman, bro.
Cedi Osman. That's it. You're right. I don't know where I'm. Okay.
Again, the
Yes.
Lakers.
Yes. Yeah, I am going him, but I'm really high on their
And
their
we're
point
about
guard
a minute and a
pickup
half here into the
in the
second
draft.
half.
Garland.
Outside Leonard.
Yeah.
I think he can be a legitimate producer early on.
Over LeBron.
Especially
And the
with like
Clippers
the
getting
kind of young
another
running
bucket
good style
right
that they
there.
want to have going there.
That's
So
3 of 4 here
I want
to
them to
start
win.
the half.
for my fantasy team though, like that was my heart
Bradley
pick.
dishes to Green.
The pick I should make is Orlando because I have
No good on the shot of it long
Aaron
that
Gordon.
time.
I'm trying him
Clippers
out this
leading
year.
by 4.
Yeah, you haven't really heard much from Aaron
Zubac.
Gordon.
Pass to Shamet.
you know, we're talking about light, how you can always go lighter. To me, he's Blake light.
Yeah, I can see that. That was a great move. I wish he had just continued to drive, but I'll take the bucket.
And it's the Clippers scoring again.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm gonna go Orlando. I think it's just a battle of bad teams.
On fire.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Minnesota,
In addition to
Brooklyn.
going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this time
Hot
also
take.
the time for
Andrew
players
Wiggins
to get
turns it around
rehydrated
this
or
year.
hydrate for the first
Hot
time
take.
this
I love your hot take
season.
because he's on my team, so I hope he does turn it around this year.
Minnesota's gonna take
That's
this
a
game.
great point.
All right,
Without
I'm gonna
proper
totally,
hydration,
I'm gonna ride
a
your
player can
bandwagon here and
completely
get dunked
run
on.
out of gas down the stretch of the
LeBron, what's
game.
going on
And
with
that's
you?
something
Is it
that
me,
these
LeBron?
guys
Am
can
I not
afford
using
to
you
have
correctly?
happen. If you're
Tell me.
going to battle all the way to the
You know what it
finish,
is? It's because he
you've
went back
got
to the
be
double
healthy.
thick headband. Alright? You can't go back to double thick when we already know you had the procedure done to get the fake hair. Just leave it off, LeBron. It's fine. Nobody cares. You're a dad now. You're in Space Jam 2.
You're in Space Jam too. You don't need it.
You don't need it.
We
Who you
can't
trying to
take for
impress?
granted what
Um,
we've been able to witness.
Alright, next game. Memphis versus Miami. Also, actually, wait. You didn't even tell me who you didn't tell me who you picked.
I picked Minnesota. You didn't say who you picked.
I said I'm riding your
He's off on
coattails
the
for
first.
Minnesota. Alright, we're good. Alright.
All right.
And now
Moving
it
on.
is midfield.
Like I said,
LeBron
Memphis, Miami.
showing no sign of slowing
Memphis,
down.
Miami.
His dedication.
Ooh, that's
Ooh,
bad.
that's-
Oh!
Gotta make
Don't
that.
tease me like that. Alright, yeah. Memphis, Miami.
Alongside
Um,
his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's
I
made
think
a
I like
huge
Memphis.
difference.
Do you now?
Now,
I think I
here's
like
Beverly.
Memphis.
You know what? Let me
17
ask
points
you
in
a
the
question about Memphis. Name
Rebounded
3
by the
people on
Lakers.
that squad right now.
You got John Morant. You got their power forward they picked last year. What's his name?
Davis has got 4 this quarter.
Come
Just
on.
love to
so
see the
upset.
confidence on display from Anthony Davis with the catch and shoot. Just another reason
Something
why he's
junior.
considered one of the best players in the game.
Bradley against Beverly.
can't remember.
And
I think
the
I think you're
whistle
thinking
blows.
of
It's gonna be on
like
Davis.
Jared Jackson,
That
something
is his
Jackson.
first foul of the game.
Jarrett Jackson. That sounds right.
That sounds right. We could be wrong. Someone fact check us. Anyway, who's the third person?
Man, you got me there.
Alright. And you high on this team
3
right now?
minutes
That's
gone
what I was
now in
trying
the
to
third quarter.
Higher on buckets.
Here's
Shannon.
Shamet. And it's good
I'm
for
higher on this team
Shamet's
than I
got
am
7 points in the game.
They are
Jimmy
just
Buckets
killing
and
them
the
on
third
interior.
stringers.
That's fucked up. Jimmy Bucket's gonna go in
Here's
this year.
LeBron.
Yeah, he will. And
Here's
his third
Davis,
stringers won't.
and finished
Alright,
off by
first off,
Davis.
I'm gonna go with
Whenever
Miami
AD is
because
floating
I
around
got
the
Tyler
basket like
Hero
he was there,
and Jimmy
you know
Buckets
if he
on my
gets the
squad,
ball,
and I expect
he's
both
gonna
of
go
them
for
to
the
get
jam.
buckets. So
Clippers
Miami's gonna
leading
just
by
run down
4.
on Memphis. Also, another person who's on that team,
Third
Valanciunas.
quarter of basketball here in just a
Valanciunas
little under
is
3.5
on
minutes
that
gone by.
Jonas.
And I feel
And
bad for
Beverly
him
kicks to
because he
Zubac.
got
Off target with his
not
third.
Kyle Lowry. What's
And
the
they
word I
had
want to
some
use?
box
Woo!
coverage.
The
DeMar
word
DeRozan?
he got DeMar DeRozan. He got shipped off right before the ring. He was the mid-season trade.
Never get
Yeah,
tired of
but
LeBron
it was
James.
a good trade.
It was a good trade, bro. Just he was rocking with them forever. You know Kyle Lowry was just there like.
Sometimes when a misses a wide open shot for
No, Kyle's upset. He's best friends with those dudes.
Was he? He was.
I mean, in life,
It was like Kyle.
you never have too much
Never
time.
have too much
You
time.
want to be a champ.
I think about Marc Gasol
All right,
like in the
next
finals and the
is
playoffs
a
last
good
year.
one.
He would sit
Boston,
there and no one would
Philly.
even be around him.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological
Right.
part about like,
It's got
why,
to. It's
why
got to.
isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a
Oh,
basketball
my goodness.
Be button. Be in.
Oh, it's off too.
LeBron! Oh, he missed! He missed it!
Blinks the dunk off the rim. The Clippers in the lead.
Champ it.
I think I like Philly.
You think you like Philly? Hold on.
I keep wanting to pick Boston, but for some reason it's just in my heart. I think Philly's gonna take this one.
You know what? I feel like if you're being honest with yourself, the real answer is get blocked, and then the second answer is get something,
If
bro.
you're gonna make that
Is the
offensive
third answer?
move,
My
it's
bad.
important to know
Is you don't
where
believe
Danny Green is
in
one of the better shot blocking guards
Kemba
you're
Walker.
going to find.
I mean, that's a hot take. I feel like
I
I
think you don't
When
believe
it's
in
a
Kemba
tight
Walker.
ball game like this, he's the
I feel like
guy
I
they
don't
want
believe
to
in
ball. So it's the Clippers now. After the basket by the
Bama
Lakers.
Jamma.
in the rest of the squad more.
Really? You
I
don't
don't
believe
think-
you believe in Kemba Walker more than you
Shamet's
believe
got 4 points
in
this
Jason
quarter.
Tatum?
That's the kind of
Yeah, but there's no reason. Like Kemba Walker has produced. Like Kemba Walker has facts that you can go back and see that he is a good basketball player.
Then where's this reservation coming from? Because you liked them last year.
Shows a lot of promise.
Yeah, and then they took I think they took a lot of steps back.
They got
I
rid
don't.
of Terry, which you hated.
Yep, I don't know if I
his ability to shoot from the
like.
three-point line.
Everybody
Shot
talks about how smart
from
and
deep.
great of a coach Brad
Taking over
Stevens
4
is,
a game last
but
year, seemed very
didn't see a whole lot
comfortable
of
seeking out the line.
Biggie P.
whole lot of
The
greatness last
opportunity for
year.
him, now with the star power around him, a
I
lot
think-
more is gonna
post
open
up.
up
I think
for
Boston's
Landry
gonna be a
Shamet to
team
a third or fourth guy on the
that
offensive end
is
to
gonna
make some
come
major
together
contributions.
later rather than
Here's what
sooner.
the Clippers are going with right now.
And I don't mean that like that. I don't mean that in the sense that they're not going to come around. I just think it's gonna. They're gonna.
So
They're gonna come off to a slow start.
So are they a playoff team before the All-Star break?
Yeah. Yeah. But they're gonna be like. I would call them going into the All-Star break like a 5 or a 4, and that will be underperforming for them. And they'll finish
That's why he was
1
top
or 2.
5 in field goal percentage last year.
Talk to me about Philly. You got a lot going on. Ben Simmons hit a 3 in preseason.
misses, so he splits the
Amazing.
free
Wet. All right. If he gets a jumper, he like it would be amazing. There's no words for it because basketball wouldn't be fair for him. Why did I even take that shot? You guys so much time. What do you think of Philly? Who do you think who is gonna like? Is Joel Embiid gonna be an MVP this year?
Puts it up
What's
from
going on?
15.
I don't think.
Good. He
I don't think
hits the
Joel
jump
is
shot.
going to be an MVP, but
Williams has got 10.
Candidate,
maybe.
In between game
Uh,
is really nice.
He claims to have lost
Great
like
at working
20,
his way
25
into a
pounds in the
place on
off
the floor
season,
where he can
which
attack
is really
with the
good for
shot.
him. Fixed his
Daniels
diet and everything,
inside the line.
which is important.
No good off the back of
Um,
the rim.
Ben Simmons might have a jump shot. I don't think it's going to be spectacular, but I think if he's added at least a midi to his game, that's going to improve a lot.
From getting inside and scoring over the top of the
Joe
Tries it from
Harris.
19.
What's who did they just sign to the max deal?
Oh my God, that's who they signed to the max deal. Who did they? Tobias Harris.
Tobias Harris. That's what it was.
Here's Harkless.
Tobias Harris. Maybe he's gonna earn that money this year. I don't know.
And this is right around the time when one team
Oh,
will start to pull
good
away.
shot.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead.
All right, so you said you're
trying to put
taking
the other
Philly
team
over
away
Boston.
and threatening here.
I think I'm gonna take.
And so it's the Los
Fuck
Angeles
it. I'm gonna go
Clippers
hometown. I'll say I'm gonna
bring
take
the
Boston
quarter
over
to
Philly.
close with a 7-point lead. And they've
Washington,
done a
Dallas.
job down low.
I
So
think this is a
many
pretty
of the
easy
points
one.
coming right
Yeah,
back
it's
to the rim. We'll get
Dallas.
right back to the action
It's
when we
Dallas.
It's
return.
Dallas. Porzingis. I think Porzingis is gonna, if 22 and 10, 22 and 12, Porzingis. I think he's gonna produce at least Kevin Love levels, and I think Kevin Love is gonna have a 22 and 10 year.
I think that's very realistic.
And let's take
What
now this
did he
moment to
tear? Was
bring
it
up
his
our
Achilles
State Farm
or was it
assist of
his
the game.
knee? Did he blow out his knee or his
Just
Achilles?
true artistry right there. I
You
mean,
know what?
great decision
That
on where to go
is a
with the
great
ball.
question.
And how about the
And if you want
perfect
to just tell me
delivery?
more,
Yeah, those are the
about
kind of
the
plays
other
that
players
you
in
want to
Dallas,
put
I
on a
can tell you
canvas.
about
just
Luka!
to get basketball.
See what this
Look, my man Dirk. My man Dirk got replaced by two Dirks. Okay.
Set the lineups. So for the Lakers right now,
It just screams the
Jared
like
Dudley
talk to
out
you
there
about
with
both this thing.
Caldwell
You're like,
Pope.
Luka. Dennis Smith Jr.
he still got the post moves.
Oh,
Still got the post moves.
he never had post moves
He
though.
always had the post moves.
No.
What you mean?
His
Howard
offense
getting
was
positioned
always a
down that
criticism.
deep,
His
knowing he's
offense
a
was
force.
always-
It was.
Williams inside.
Sweet
He's
Lou
covered
doing
by
it to you.
Daniels. Goes back up, and there's the bucket as Williams finishes it off. And the Clippers lead by 9.
His knee.
And they
His knee.
His knee.
Okay.
I think it was like an ACL or something.
Yeah. So that's
And it's Cook with
That's-
the ball for the Los Angeles
that's
Lakers.
much less worrisome.
Than the ACL. Why is Dudley
Kicks to
posting
Cook.
this up right now?
Passes
But
to
you
Dudley.
know what? I fucking love it. Ah.
Great effort.
Over Green.
Dudley.
Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
This team is in
Leonard's
like
got
Valley.
his 4th
Can't
rebound
foul
in
me.
this
I
one.
didn't even
And
usually
it's
do that. This game
Contavious
won.
Caldwell
Um,
with the foul. That's his
Alright, so
first
anyway,
foul.
it's clear.
And
Dallas
the
for the
Clippers
win.
making a
Let's
change
move
here.
on to the 9
Patterson's checked in.
o'clock game, or the other 9:30 game. New York versus San
Leonard with the
Antonio.
ball.
You know what? I want New York to win. I've been watching a lot of
Good for his
SB
field
Nation,
goal. He's attempted a
and
dozen shots.
one of the guys on it is a big
Utilize the three-pointer.
Knicks
It's a
fan. He
good
just kind
idea.
of
That's
bitches
his
about how
second
bad
three
they
of the
are.
game.
You know what?
One in each half.
He has like
Here's Cook.
his show is pretty dope. I want him
Here's Howard.
to have a good
And the
opener
call on
to
the
his
shot
year in the Knicks
sends
win
him
this
to the
game.
line.
Remind me, it's New York and who?
It's
That's on
New York
Patrick
and
Patterson.
San Antonio.
I mean, you see the shoulders there, right, Kevin? You got to
I'm
respect
gonna-
the strength that
I'm
he
going
has
San Antonio.
on the
Look,
inside.
I'm not saying like
You picked New York for like a little fun,
No good
Yeah,
on the
fun-
free throw.
fun pick, a little upset alert. But I'm not.
Season,
I'm never gonna
really
pick
not a
against
fun one
Coach
for
Popovich.
Dwight
What,
Howard
what does
as
that
he
even
missed a
mean? They could
lot
fall
of
to New
time.
York. New York is a squad.
A lot
Let
of
me break
games
down how
left
great
on
New York
the
is right now.
table by him
Sure.
as
Alright, cool.
he
Number
is
one, Julius
battling
Randle.
those
Cool. I was gonna do it
fractures.
anyway.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers.
Julius
JaVale
Randle
McGee comes in
is
for Jared
a
Dudley.
monster.
And it's LeBron in for Quinn Cook.
Barrett, Barrett,
Pretty much
that guy,
all of
their
their
rookie,
buckets
RJ
coming
Barrett.
from
that guy.
inside
Barrett.
the
I don't know.
James.
You know how I feel about
Caldwell
rookies.
Pope.
Him, he's gonna be so
Back to
good.
James.
And you know the Knicks, they're playing at Madison, so
Wow, you're really breaking this thing
I'm
down.
breaking it down. All right, look, the Knicks suck, and they should lose this game. But like I said, for SB Nation, I want them to win this game. I want them to win this game. Yeah, that's all I can say. So I just
Oh,
really
I don't
want
know if
them
this
to
guy can shoot. Nope.
win. Is that Montrezl Harrell?
I think so.
Montrezl Harrell can shoot.
Rebounding really hard to replace
Come
on
on,
a
can't
team.
fall for it though.
by
Oh,
just
but
one
that's okay.
play.
We still got him.
Shoot.
Here's
Yeah, get him
LeBron.
off you, bro.
The
You
shot's
losing by
good on the
10.
assist by Daniels. 13 points
okay.
for LeBron.
And then San Antonio, not
Defensively,
San
that's what
Antonio.
you're trying
I'm sorry,
to prevent. And LeBron James is
OKC,
too
Utah.
good.
I'm just gonna read this while you don't play.
I'm trying to. This game is over. We're definitely gonna play a real game.
Leonard's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Clippers. Lakers trail by
Off with
13.
LeBron real quick.
James outside from deep three-point range. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And with the success they've had,
You know what? I want OKC to be good because like that fan base, like people talk about Russell Westbrook and the players. That fan base has always rallied behind whoever was there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I don't think, especially with superstars like Russell Westbrook and Durant, who are almost argumentative with the media.
Yeah.
And your fan base was always there, always stuck behind you. You have,
making sure that
I believe his name is Sam Presti, who I believe as a good
you're going to have to go through them.
as a good general manager, somebody who really does. He definitely has an eye for talent. How many All-Stars did he pick up? Like, did he draft? How many MVPs?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but it's he did all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, but he's also kind of ridden that wave for a long time.
I feel like
Russell and Kevin Durant were a long time ago.
yeah, but when have they had great picks to get them? I'm saying when he's had the opportunity. When he's had the opportunity to make these to make quality picks, he has.
I agree, but
Infectious right here,
like
guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in
foul
the second half.
Did you end it counted?
JaVale fouled me. JaVale fouled me. It's still
What?
counted. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Regardless, like yes, he drafted well, but he also didn't. That's what he did well is he drafted well, and that's it. He didn't really put a whole lot of great pieces around.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that
he didn't put enough pieces around them to get them over the top.
Not his game, which is
I think that's a hot ass take. I disagree. They went to the Western Conference Finals a few times. They were literally one game away from beating the Warriors. I don't think that's his fault. I think like at a certain point, it's two people that you're paying $100 million fault that they couldn't close out a 3-1 series.
That's true. I don't know. I'm just saying like that's a.
All right, so let's move on to Utah. Right? Utah, I love. Utah reminds how would I put it? If San Antonio was more fun, San Antonio would be Utah.
There wasn't anything he couldn't do.
And I mean by that, San Antonio, Utah and San Antonio, both to me are very well coached teams, very disciplined teams, right?
Yeah.
Apart from Rudy Gobert, you don't really hear people getting into like tiffs or anything like that. I'm not saying that their head coach is, I believe Rob Snyder is their head coach, is as good as Popovich, but I think in terms of building culture, he's definitely built a culture like Popovich has.
Yep.
And they're a younger team, so they're a funner younger team in that regard.
Yeah.
But I still think they're of the same caliber. I would have to pick Utah, but I do want overall, like I want Chris Paul to. It looks like Chris Paul's not going to win a championship. I think it looks like he shot himself in the foot asking for that contract.
Yeah.
Because it's made him toxic to most contending teams. But I still want him to get one. I still remember before the injuries. I still remember the trade that was vetoed by the old commish. Wild. You know, he's good enough to have one. I don't want him to be a Charles. I don't want him to be the. You know what I mean? This is gonna sound bad, but I don't mind if Carmelo Anthony is the Charles Barkley of their friend group. But I wanted more for Chris Paul.
Definitely.
That's the best way I can put it.
Dominant performance and an outstanding win.
And I think it's funny though, because it's kind of like it's kind of come out that it's like maybe we should have rooted for Melo more than we should have rooted for Chris Paul, because it's kind of coming out that Carmelo's like a super nice dude, Chris is kind of a dick, and it's like, oh man, did we get this backwards?
Does Carmelo actually deserve a second chance right now?
to help solidify,
Like
I
a
guess,
fifth chance, I
most
think,
of the
but
culture piece of
yeah,
what
whatever.
Steve
Whatever.
Ballmer
I get what
wants
you're
this
saying.
franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
And a deep three from
I
James.
appreciate what you just tried to do there.
James with another miss.
Let me just package it
Illustrated
out.
making a big lead even bigger.
Yeah, you
Oh,
gotta jump
okay.
at this chance.
I wasn't
Stretch
just
that
trying to
lead
take a
out
straight up jumper
as much
there. I
as
wanted to be
possible.
known. I was
And
trying
it's
to do
Leonard
something.
missing.
Yo, if my
He
man could
missed
pull
that
at the
one, but
ground,
I've seen
he would
him
have already
drill
cleaned
shots
it.
from that distance.
Butter.
in
Oh,
warm-up.
come
Oh,
on.
no, I know he can make it, but
Back up,
that's
Patrick Beverly.
warm-up.
Montrezl is
So
taking this ball
maybe
down.
just a step too far.
Woo! Aw.
Deep.
JaVale, that's why we
It's
all
hauled in
fuck
by
with
LeBron. And
Oh,
James
he has
will
no
bring it up
shot
for
for
the
the
Lakers.
Like, there's nothing came up. You gonna take the
No,
last
this
shot
time-
with that? You saw it? That's why we're gonna give this
Deep
call
three-pointer.
timeout. We're gonna call timeout.
You son of a
And the
bitch.
Lakers
We're
call
gonna see
time
if
here.
we can't get Kyle
They're
Kuzma off
trailing
that
by
IR.
14.
Kyle,
3
get up.
seconds
Get
left
on
in the
the floor.
fourth quarter.
Yo,
You know what's going on, Dwight. Come on.
And a little late
shit,
to
go to
implement
Dwight,
a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't
Bench.
take your
My
timeouts
bench called
with you, so
defend the ish out
they're
of
going to
you.
use it.
Three, two, one, three.
That looked
two,
good.
one. Oh,
Pretty
that
good.
looked really good.
Offline.
Interesting
So
animation.
the Clippers
yeah,
win
great.
this one easily. Some
right,
good
well,
moments
everybody
throughout
can't
this
win.
one,
They
but
can't
they
win
have
every
the clear advantage down
Hey,
the stretch.
Yeah,
taking
I
the
love the way
dub.
they executed on both ends of the floor completely.
Hey guys, that was fun and games. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content from Fancast Sports.